Good morning friends, today is 11th December 2014. Let me try to answer a few questions that were raised by a few candidates. There can be a question like, what is a balance sheet? See, the question can be answered in a very descriptive manner and in a very brief manner, but in an interview you must be able to answer it briefly. Balance sheet is a statement of account giving the details of assets and liabilities of a company as on a particular date. Though we get balance sheets prepared as at the end of 30th September, 31st March and all that, balance sheet can be prepared as on any date. That will give you what are the various details of assets owned by the company, what are the liabilities of the company. So that is about balance sheet. Of course, a commerce student must be able to answer it in a more detailed manner. What is a break-even point? In the case of companies, when a business is done, say a certain amount of sales or turnover which the company must be able to make in order to make a profit, because below that level the company will be making a loss. Only when it makes sales over and above that limit, the company will be able to make a profit. So that is known as a break-even point. In fact, another candidate asked about loans and advances. See, the banks give loans in the different forms. One is in the form of term loans. What is a term loan? Term loan is a facility of loan offered to a customer which he can repay over a length of time. Say in the case of housing loan, it is repaid over 20 years. In the case of cars, it is repaid over 3 years or 5 years, depending on that. And that is a term loan. The term loan can be given, as I told you, for purchase of house, and also for cars, and establishment of business, purchase of machinery, and other details. Education loan is also given. Apart from this, loans are given in the form of, say, cash credit. What is a cash credit? Cash credit is an overdraft facility offered against a security of, say, goods. It may be ready, say, goods that have been already made or goods that are under process. An open cash credit is one where the goods lie under the custody of the borrower based on a statement of account submitted by him and which is being inspected periodically. Bank will decide the drawing limit. You have 2-3 things to remember. One is sanctioned limit, maybe 10 lakhs. Then drawing limit, it may be 5 lakhs depending on, say, the value of goods after allowing for margin. Where the drawing limit is 5 lakhs, the customer can draw only up to 5 lakhs. So this is, in the case of cash credit, the goods remain under the custody of the borrower and they are hypothecated to the bank. In the case of another case also you have an hypothecation, namely in the case of vehicles. A vehicle that is bought is hypothecated to the bank, and in the case of vehicle hypothecation, in the RC book, registration certificate book, the hypothecation in favor of the bank is registered. Talking about cash credits, there is another cash credit known as key cash credit, where the goods lie in a godown which is locked and the key is kept with the banker. Based on the value of the goods available in the godown or under the custody of the bank will be allowing, say, limits to the borrower after deducting the margin. So that is known as key cash credit. So I told you about the term loans and also about cash credits. There can be another type of facility known as overdraft. An overdraft facility comes into existence when the borrower takes a limit against, say, a fixed deposit or against house property or against shares. So a limit is fixed based on which he can draw, and depending on the amount drawn by him, only he has to pay interest. For example, a person is granted 5 lakhs overdraft limit against fixed deposit and he draws on the first day only 1 lakh. He needs to pay interest on that 1 lakh only till the next time he draws say further amount. And if he repays some amount, then he needs to pay interest only on a lesser amount. So that is about overdraft. And another type of facility in the case of loans is that packing credit, which comes in the case of advances for exporters. Packing credit is a facility given to the exporters depending on the export order that he has received, based on which he is being given facility, and that is known as packing credit facility. Apart from this, we know the loans are given for different purposes, for agriculture, for small business and other types of businesses. So that much for about loans and advances briefly. And another candidate is asked about what are the uses to which a computer is put into in banking. All of us know banking is nowadays done only on computers. All the bank branches are say interconnected. Core banking solution is introduced. So for that, computer has to be used. Then for maintenance of say deposit accounts, maybe savings bank account, fixed deposit account, reinvestment plan account, that is time deposits. For maintenance of all deposit accounts details, it is done only in the case of computer. So opening of account, making payments, etc. is all done through this. Apart from this, computers are used for maintenance of say loans, details regarding loans and advances. And also computers are used for submission of statement to Reserve Bank of India and also to the other authorities. For easy compilation, computer will be useful. And what are the other purposes for which computers are used? Computers can be used also in the case of say ATM transactions. Interlinking through the computers only is done, ATM. And apart from that, what are the different purposes for which computers are used? While talking about loans, I forgot to tell you about another important type of loan known as jewel loan. Yeah, that's okay. So these are the different uses of computers. Now coming to another question on depreciation. What is a depreciation? Depreciation is, see, whenever a business purchases fixed assets in the form of say machinery or computers or vehicles, etc., their value comes down every year, and in order to allow that, depreciation at a certain rate is charged on the say account of the party. That means even though the machinery is with the customer, its value comes down depending on depreciation. Supposing he purchases a machinery for 10 lakhs rupees and he allows 10% discount. After 1 year, its book value will be 9 lakhs. And likewise, the depreciation can be charged in different methods based on say fixed rate. Say 10 lakhs means every year 1 lakh, 1 lakh. Or it can be based on first year 1 lakh, it becomes 9 lakhs. Then 10% on that 9 lakhs. Likewise, it can be done. So whatever way it may be, the depreciation is an important thing that has to be done in order to see that the value of the machinery comes down. Supposing at the end of a period where the company decides to sell the property, and whatever money is received, if it is over and above the balance available in that account, then that will be treated as a profit. Where the company receives less, it will be treated as a loss. Another question was about recession. Recession is a situation where people are not willing to buy goods. There is less demand for goods. Inflation is a situation where say more money is available in the hands of people, like what is happening in India. Everybody is paid high salary and the cost of goods also goes up. Too much money chasing too few goods is a situation known as inflation. So these are some of the questions that were asked by a few candidates, and I thought I should be able to tell you about this. Now let us see some aspects regarding who is who, or about the people occupying important positions. Most importantly, they do ask questions about the cabinet ministers. We know under the cabinet ministers, Mr. Narendra Modi is the Prime Minister of our country. He also holds charges of Department of Atomic Energy, Department of Space, he holds and also Ministry of Personnel. Then I will read out the names of a few cabinet ministers. Mr. Rajnath Singh is Home Affairs Cabinet Minister. Mrs. Sushma Swaraj, External Affairs, Overseas Indian Affairs. Mr. Arun Jaitley, Finance, Corporate Affairs, Information and Broadcasting. Mr. M. Venkaiah Naidu, Urban Development, Housing and Urban Poverty Alleviation, Parliamentary Affairs. Manohar Parrikar is a Defence Minister. Suresh Prabhu, Railways. Sadananda Gowda, Law and Justice. Uma Bharati, Water Resources, River Development and Ganga Rejuvenation. Dr. Najma Heptullah, Minority Affairs. Ram Vilas Paswan, Consumer Affairs, Food and Public Distribution. Ravi Shankar Prasad, Communication and Information Technology. Menaka Sanjay Gandhi is Women and Child Development. Who is Menaka Sanjay Gandhi? Daughter-in-law of Mrs. Indira Gandhi. Okay? Right. Jagat Prakash Nadda, Health and Family Welfare. Then Anant Gite, Heavy Industries and Public Enterprises. Radha Mohan Singh, Agriculture. Dr. Harsh Vardhan, Science and Technology and Earth Science. See, in the case of Union Cabinet, you have Cabinet rank ministers. Then the next level is Ministers of State. Under the Ministers of State, you have Ministers of State who are holding independent charge of ministries. Then Ministers of State who are under the Cabinet Ministers. I will read out the names of a few Ministers of State holding independent charge. General V.K. Singh, Statistics and Program Implementation. External Affairs and Overseas Indian Affairs. For that he is working under the Cabinet Minister. Then Rajiv Pratap Reddy, Skill Development and Entrepreneurship. Then Sarbananda Sonowal, Youth Affairs and Sports. Nirmala Sitharaman, Commerce and Industry. For these people are holding independent charge. There are some more Ministers of State, independent charge, as well as the working under the cabinet rank. You can go through the books and get to know that also. Now, further questions can be, who is the Lok Sabha Speaker? Sumitra Mahajan. What is the name of Chief Justice of India? Mr. H. Lakshmi Narayana Swamy, Datu. Who is the Solicitor General of India? Mr. Ranjit Kumar. Who is the Attorney General of India? Mr. Mukul Rohatgi. Who is the Supreme Commander of the three forces? You know, it is the President, Honorable President, Mr. Pranab Mukherjee. Chief of Army Staff, General Dalbir Singh Suhag. He was appointed after this BJP government coming into existence. Chief of Naval Staff, Admiral R.K. Dhawan. Chief of Air Staff, Air Chief Marshal Arup Raha. Good. Now let me tell you about some of the important changes that have taken place. For example, Goa has got a new Chief Minister, Mr. Lakshmikant Parsekar, because the Defence Minister, what is his name, Manohar Parrikar was the Goa Chief Minister. After he took charge of defence, Mr. Lakshmikant Parsekar has become the Chief Minister of Goa. Then there has been a change in various governments internationally also. For example, Brazil, Dilma has been re-elected. In Indonesia, Joko Widodo was sworn in as the president. Then former Prime Minister of Norway, Mr. Jens Stoltenberg, has succeeded as NATO chief. What is NATO? North Atlantic Treaty Organization. Then Chief Minister of Maharashtra, there has been a change. BJP Chief Minister, his name is Devendra Gangadhar Rao Fadnavis. Then the Union Government has appointed on October 16 former IMF economist Mr. Arvind Subramaniam as the Chief Economic Advisor, and IAS officer Mr. Rajiv Begrishi as Finance Secretary. Then Haryana has also got a new Chief Minister, Manohar Lal Khattar. Manohar Lal Khattar. Incidentally, how many states are there in our country? Not 28, it is now 29, including Telangana also. Okay. Now, let me tell you some more points, like say Mr. Paneerselvam. Oh, Paneerselvam, you know who is he? He is the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, who has taken charge recently. Then Lalita Kumaramangalam is the new chairman of National Commission for Women. National Commission for Women, for that Lalita Kumaramangalam. Then Mr. P. Sadasivam, what was the position he was occupying? He was the Chief Justice of India. He has now been appointed as Governor of Kerala. Then Karnataka also has got a new governor, Vajubai Rudabai Bala. Then Maharashtra has got a new governor, Channamanani Vidyasagar Rao. Goa, veteran BJP leader Mridula Sinha has been appointed as governor. Then Mr. K.V. Thomas has been appointed as 94th chairman of Public Accounts Committee of Parliament. It is always the convention that the member of the largest opposition party is appointed as chairman of Public Accounts Committee. K.V. Thomas belongs to Congress. Then UPSC has got a new chairman, Mrs. Rajni Razdan. She has taken over on August 16, 2014 as chairperson of Union Public Service Commission. So, and then let us go through some more important personalities, and also, for example, incidentally, before going into personalities, can you remember where the Asian Games were held first? It was in New Delhi in the year 1951. Can you remember the name of the Asian to win Nobel Prize for Literature for the first time? Rabindranath Tagore in the year 1913. Then the Chinese pilgrim to visit India, first it is Fahian. It is Fahian. And then Governor General of Pakistan, first Governor General of Pakistan, Muhammad Ali Jinnah, the year 1947 to 48. First Indian to receive Nobel Prize for Peace, it is Kailash Satyarthi, just this year only, 2014. So these are some of the points regarding, say, the first in India. The first president of USA, can you tell me who is the first president of USA? George Washington. First Prime Minister of India, I am sure you will be remembering, Jawaharlal Nehru. First Secretary General of UN, Trygve Lie of Norway. The first speaker in Hindi at the United Nations, that was Atal Bihari Vajpayee in the year 1977. Incidentally, first actress of the talkies, In India, it is Zubaida. In the film Alamara, first actress to win Padma Shri Award, Nargis Dutt. Then first architect in India, Mahagovinda. Mahagovinda, the year is not nearby, it is 5th century before Christ. First Aryabhatta medal winner, Mr. K.R. Ramanathan, 1977. First Bharat Ratna award winner, C. Rajagopalachari. Then Dr. S. Radhakrishnan. These two people were presidents. Then, Dr. Radhakrishnan was president. Then Dr. C.V. Raman. These people were given Bharat Ratna award first in the year 1954. First British Governor General of Free India, Lord Louis Mountbatten. The captain of Test cricket for India, C.K. Naidu, in the year 1932. First century in Test cricket in India, it is Lala Amarnath in the year 1933 to 34. First chairman of Rajya Sabha, Dr. S. Radhakrishnan, the year 1952 to 1962. Chevalier Award winner for the first time, famous Shivaji Ganeshan of Tamil film world. Chief Election Commissioner first, Sukumar Sen. The first Chief Justice of India, Harilal J. Kania. So these are some of the first I thought I can share with you. So thank you so much. We will meet on the next time. Thank you.